As London 2012 fever dies down in Afghanistan, they've been holding their own version of the Olympics, showing just how far things have come in some areas. The first ever Helmand Olympics has taken place in Lashkar Gah's Karzai stadium, a year after security was handed over to local forces. Carla Prater has this exclusive report.
Peace and unity, the message behind the first ever Helmand Olympics. This is a sporting first, as teams from across the Afghan National Security Forces, civilians and ISAF joined together to compete. Provincial Governor Gulab Mangal opened the ceremony, saying ANSF and ISAF forces fight together against the insurgency. Here they compete as friends. The idea for the event came from 12 Mechanized Brigade. After an intense summer of transition, this was an example of the peace and security that everyone had been fighting for.
The idea was to hold some sort of event, a sporting event particularly, in line with the Olympics. And what we decided was a really good way that we could show, first of all, the incredibly improved security in Lashkar Gah, but also the fact that there's a sort of bond of trust between us and the ANSF, and between, as you'll see here, the various ANSF tribes who are competing. So it was a really good opportunity to show all that together. Security
surrounding the Karzai stadium was controlled by Afghan forces. Civilians and personnel able to stand side by side without body armour or weapons, a rarity in such large crowds, but an indication of progress.
I think Herrick 16 has been very much marked as by taking on the successes of last summer, well, those were gained over the winter. We've had to fight, but most of it's now to push the insurgency and keep it outside the populated areas. And the fact we've had a fairly large sporting event here in the city of Lashkar Gah, protected by the Afghans, I think is quite a significant mark of that progress.
Control of security here in Lashkar Gah was handed over to Afghan security forces last summer. The fact that an event like this can take place is evidence of the stability that's been achieved. This is now a city that's looking to the future, using a shared love of sport to bring people together. It certainly united the crowds, football proving particularly popular as Afghan teams took the lead. Through volleyball and athletics, taekwondo and weightlifting, chess and even bodybuilding, the selection of sports chosen by the Afghans themselves was varied, but British soldiers competed in every event.
Something completely out of the ordinary for Afghanistan. A lot of lads come away from their fobs, so it's a day out. No, it's good.
Quite important because then we get to meet the locals, and it's more of being together with the people and making them see that we're not only trying to dominate the ground, but we also here with them to have a little bit of fun.
Sports have always brought out passion and pride, and in Helmand it was no different. The teams cheering on their competitors and celebrating every success. Overall winners were the Afghan police team, which won 7 medals in 9 events. From fighting insurgents to fighting for victory on the pitch and track, organisers hope the Helmand Olympics will happen every year and boost the country's sporting success in the future. Carla Prater, Forces News, Lashkar Gah.